Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Content Corner. My name is Andy Hooper from Global E-Commerce Experts, and we're here to successfully expand e-commerce sellers into Europe with the aim of making you the next category king. And on today's Content Corner, what we're going to talk about is shipping compliance. Shipping is one of the things at the moment that's probably one of the biggest things to try and resolve. Now, depending on where you're shipping from, it's going to depend on the type of compliance that you're going to need. Now, if you're shipping into the UK, you need to ship on UK pallets. If you're shipping into Europe, you need to ship on Euro pallets. That's straightforward and easy, right? We can probably all master that, get that, no dramas at all. When we're shipping between the UK and Europe, then again, the pallets need to be in the right context. But there's a whole load of things we need to put in place before we do the shipping. Now, there's a few things like HS codes that are absolutely crucial that you get right. So making sure your products are correctly categorized is crucial. Making sure that everything on the form is 100% accurate, including the cost price of the goods as well. Because what happens is if it's not accurate, it can get held up at customs, both in the UK and in Europe. Now, at the moment, there's a big thing at the moment about indirect representation. So lots of sellers are getting held up, they're getting products stuck in typically Germany, and because they don't have an indirect representation. So what does that mean? So here's what indirect is. When you're shipping into a country, there are two types of representation. There's direct and there's indirect. Direct is when you have an entity in that country, you can clear the goods under your name, no problems at all. An indirect representation is when you don't have an entity in that region. So for example, let's say a typical seller of ours is based in the States and is shipping into Europe. Because they don't have an entity in Germany, that's when they need indirect representation. They either need an entity or an indirect representative. An indirect representative is someone who shares the compliance of the product. So what that means is when you're putting a HS code and the sales value of the product on the actual product, what that means is that it has to be correct. Because if it's not correct, no one's going to do the responsible person for it. And the idea of someone being responsible is that if at a later date, they look at it and find out the HS code's wrong and the value of the products is wrong, at that point, they know that they can go after, claim from 50% of that cost from another company based in that country, because it's very difficult to get chase money out of region in many ways. Governments, UK, Europe, have got an agreement to do that with each other, and they will have an agreement to do that with the United States very shortly. So there's lots of things to consider when you're shipping. Shipping between the UK and Europe also, because of Brexit, has become a bit more problematic. There's a lot more things that have to be done. Therefore, knowing a HS code, knowing that things have to be on Euro pallets, knowing the cost price of your goods is absolutely crucial. Having commercial invoices available to prove those things, again, is absolutely critical. Proof of origin is another thing. Proving where the products are made is absolutely critical to make sure the products can move through customs really simple. I know I've just talked about a couple of different things there, but it gives you a good starting point. For more information, get in touch. We'd love to support your expansion to Europe. And remember, shipping is easy and straightforward, and we'd love to support and help you. Have a great day, and we look forward to welcoming you on the next Content Corner, where we successfully expand e-commerce sellers to Europe.